Any design that the Nashville Zoo does, first and foremost, we sit down as a group and decide we're going to make it the absolute best we can within our resources. And I think because we have so much internal talent here, that we're able to build some of the best exhibits in the country.
We always try and find something unique here at the Nashville Zoo to offer the community. We're always looking for something that is a little bit different, an experience that maybe they wouldn't get anywhere else. When you come to the zoo, we hope that you forget that you are in the Nashville city. We hope that you feel like you've entered another world.
I think when people hear Chinese lantern, they don't fully understand what that means, as did I. I didn't know what it meant.
We wanted something unique, and so we were approached by Zigong Lantern Company to do this lantern event, and we said if we're going to do it, we want it to be the largest in the country. We want it to be something that is bigger, bolder, better than anything anybody else has done.
And they said if you really want to see what it's about, you should come to Zigong, China, which has the largest Chinese Lantern Festival in the world. And so I did. So I took a week off in March and I went there and I was blown away. Over 3 million people traveled to Zigong to see this. Some of these lanterns are hundreds of feet long, and 30 and 40 and 50 feet tall. I was overwhelmed by the magnitude of this, by the intricacy, by the artwork, by the culture. It's deeply embedded into the Chinese culture. So I came back and met with my team and said, this is it.
Zoolumination is a unique holiday event where we are lighting up the zoo at night with over 500 lanterns. There are many different aspects to it. So there's a holiday portion of the event, there's also traditional Chinese lanterns, and then there's the animal lanterns as well.
This is totally different, totally unique. We can tie into Chinese culture, we can tie in our animals. The animals that they do, which is part of their culture as well, are so anatomically perfect. I was just amazed. So I think it's a great fit for us. And our goal is that this is our winter event every year.
The process is just mind-boggling that they can actually do this. This stuff started out as just yards of material and steel rods and light bulbs, and they built this stuff into, there's elephants that look like elephants. It's amazing what they've been able to accomplish.
I was truly amazed at the artistry, the craftsmanship. There's a group of welders, and the welders know exactly what they're doing. There's craftsmen that are bending steel, for them and making a sort of armature, if you will. And then there are painters that just, after the units are done, they do this airbrushing and just meticulously done. They're not even looking at reference material. They're just doing it freehand and free sight. And then there are a group of people that do the silk. They lay the silk, they stretch the silk, they cut the silk. So it's just, one process, A, B, C, and it's gone like clockwork.
We have a crew of close to 50 people that are here that then put it together. We wanted to make sure that we brought the best from China, and part of that includes the culture.
It's really amazing to see just a sense of pride that the Chinese people have in this work, and that is just their demeanor, that is their work ethic to produce the finest product possible.
All of them work together as a team, all at the same time, and it has been amazing to watch this come together. Some of these lanterns, we had to bring in cranes to put the pieces together to build the levels of the lantern to get up to 4 stories high. And for them to be able to sculpt those individual pieces so that everything fits perfectly and get it to the point to where it looks like a temple is just absolutely amazing. We had the ability here to sculpt our own scenes, and we could sculpt those around the exhibits and the animals that we have here at the Nashville Zoo. And so it gave us the ability to go in and really design something that we wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. We walked the property in our heads as the guest perspective, so that we could make sure that the experience was unique at every turn, and that there was something different in different sections of the zoo. And we also wanted to also have that traditional holiday experience as well.
Chinese lanterns are kind of a very important and common decorations from Tang Dynasty. Each family would just hang the red lanterns in front of our house. We believe that those lanterns are a symbol of good luck. Then after years and years, the shape and the styles of lanterns get transformed, I guess. So we make it more detailed, so more beautiful. We start to create images with those lanterns. That's how the Chinese Lantern Festival comes alive. The dragon in Chinese culture, it is associated with braveness, good fortune, and power. Until Qing Dynasty, the dragon is only allowed to be used on the clothing, the articles, the house for the emperor. So, we make this lantern. It is 214 feet long dragon with its head above, ready to fly. And we want to use this lantern to bring the good fortune and luckiness to everybody.
First thing you're going to notice when you get into the parking lot is this massive archway that announces that you're at Zoolumination. It's just huge. It's about 3 stories high. From that point forward, as you walk into the zoo, you'll see a number of lanterns. You'll probably see, I believe, 50 lanterns before you even really get into the heart of the zoo. And when you get to our festival field, that's where our largest units are. Some of them are 4 stories high. We have a couple of lanterns there that are just massive in size, and you really can't appreciate them until you come here and see them up close and personal. And as you stand there and you look up 4 stories high and see these lanterns towering in the sky, it's just amazing. We have a dragon that is 200 feet long. Smoke comes out of the dragon's head. You can ride our zip line. You can tower up above at 110 feet in the air and come down and see all these lanterns from above. And it's a thrilling experience. And then I think when you enter the North Pole Village as well, you feel like you've entered a completely different zone. The experience is overwhelming. Everywhere you look, there's lights, trees, there's just that holiday spirit about it, and I think people are really going to find that fascinating. We also have entertainers coming over from China that will be doing a show nightly at 5, 6, and 7 o'clock. Jugglers, acrobats, things like that. We've tried to encompass both the holiday aspects of this event as well as the traditional Chinese lantern event, and I think that we've got something for all age ranges here.
We exhibit animals from all over the world, right? And there's a cultural aspect of every exhibit that we do. Every species that we do has a cultural aspect of it. And for us, protecting endangered species often isn't about the animal itself, but it's about the culture of the indigenous communities. Because if you can't protect those indigenous communities and how they conflict with the animals oftentimes, you'll never protect them. And that's really the message that we're trying to get about. This brings probably the highest level of culture that we've ever done because of the magnitude and scale of this. So I think that's really the importance of it, is having it at the zoo, and I think why it ties in so well with the zoo, because it's so much more than just the Chinese lanterns, right? It's really all about people around the world and how they help protect the environment.